How do I best prepare for the SAT test? I guess by the time you're watching this video, you already know what the SAT test is. It's that big old second test, other than the TOEFL test, that you need if you want to study as an international student in the US. The SAT test is actually a test also for US nationals. There's another video on this channel if you look for SAT, why you have to take it and who should or shouldn't take it. In this video, I want to share 5 tips though, how you can best prepare for it. Point number 1, and I'm deliberately making it point number 1, is to register. Register as early as you can. Register in advance because the spots for SAT tests around the world are often limited. They're finite. You don't want to be late. Even if you get in late, there's a chance, then congratulations, but you may have to pay on top. We recommend you do not do that. Also, register for it twice. I make this point in the beginning because there is simply no better way to practice for the SAT test than taking the SAT test. The SAT test is the best practice for an SAT, and yes, you can take it multiple times. Which brings me to point number 2. Get yourself one of these SAT preparation books. I know they're thick, they're about that size, in terms of the pages. They seem like a Bible. They can look a little bit intimidating, but trust me, it's more intimidating when you didn't get yourself a book before and you take the test out of your like by throwing yourself into the cold waters. Those books aren't really expensive, especially when you buy them used. You don't have to buy the latest version. The SAT test hasn't changed drastically in the past years. I'm recording this video in 2022. If you have a book from 2020 or 2021, 2019 even, it's fine. You can still practice. And again, the book is important because it helps you focus. There are online tools. For example, the Khan Academy. If you haven't Googled them, go for it. It's Khan and then Academy, the English word, SAT. You'll find it first page and in Google, first position usually, you'll find it. It's a brilliant online resource. It's entirely for free. But get the book as well, because when you're in front of your computer, notifications pop up, you get distracted. But you want to make sure, which leads me to the next point, the third one, that you familiarize yourself with the structure of the SAT test. And with that, I mean the timings per section, math, writing, reading. It can be difficult if you're in front of your computer because you may get distracted. The distraction scenario is usually not something that happens throughout the test. So you don't want to necessarily have different, a way different environment or different parameters when you practice the test versus when you take it. So the book just comes a little bit closer to it. But again, tip number 3 is really to familiarize yourself with the structure. And then tip number 4, do as many SAT tests as you can, really. Because it's a numbers game in a way that you're gonna get, just like, taking the test twice, preparing for it and taking it more often in advance, it's just gonna make you a more experienced test taker. You're going to have a head start when you have taken the TOEFL test 6, 7, 8 times. And I mean, not just taken certain sections of the test, but the entire thing multiple times. You're going to rock it way better than anybody else who has taken it. Tip number 5. Well, trust my word, but also take other words. Take the content of other people out there talking about the SAT test. You probably find videos on YouTube about test takers who share their experience. You can Google it. This video is not to go too deep here, but I'm just saying get different perspectives. I'm saying this is healthy because different people also have different perspectives. Some people say, you shouldn't stress out about the math part. Well, guess who says that? People who are math geniuses. Other people say the English section is really easy. Yeah, for native speakers. So just be sure that you know who are you listening to and take in the different perspectives that help you reflect a little bit where would you fall in. And then again, practice, practice, practice. I hope this video was helpful. If you have questions about the SAT, other requirements, for example, as it relates to your university application in general, like application documents you have to submit, you know, the different test scores, whatever the case may be, use our service. Click the link below the video if you want to register for a free consultation with one of our experts. We're going to just speak to you, help you find out whether you actually need the SAT. You know, that's still a thing. The SAT test is usually recommended, but not always needed. So based on your individual goals, we can find that out for you. The service is for free right now, so use the opportunity as long as the channel still has it available to speak to an expert. You can also comment below, and then my team and I will try our best to get back to you and answer YouTube comments as well. Like this video if you find it helpful. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and then I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.